October 30th, 2025, Diddy finally got transferred to Fort Dix, the facility his lawyer specifically requested. Then CBS News obtained his intake photo showing gray hair and tired eyes. Now leaked footage reveals his brutal daily routine.
Sean Diddy Combs was transferred to the federal prison at Fort Dix, New Jersey yesterday, where he will start to serve the rest of his 50-month sentence.
5 a.m. wake-ups, laundry duty for 23 cents an hour, and sharing a door with 8 other inmates. Here's what life behind bars really looks like. October 30th, 2025, the transfer that changed everything. Sean Diddy Combs was transferred to the federal prison at Fort Dix, New Jersey yesterday, where he will start to serve the rest of his 50-month sentence. After 13 months in Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center, watching his empire crumble from behind bars since that September 2024 arrest, Diddy finally got his wish. His lawyers had specifically requested Fort Dix. Attorney Tenny Garagos wrote to judge about addressing drug abuse issues, maximizing family visitation and rehabilitative efforts. 75 miles south of New York City, closer to family than Brooklyn ever was. MDC Brooklyn had been, in the words of those who'd been there, horrible. Fort Dix was supposed to be the upgrade, the largest single federal prison in the United States. 4,100 total male inmates, 3,900 at the main facility, another 200 at the satellite minimum security camp. CBS News obtained something exclusive. Shortly after his arrival, the intake photo tells a story his lawyers never wanted to tell. Gray hairs visible everywhere, tired eyes staring at the camera, wearing that standard district prison uniform, the reality setting in hard. But here's what most people don't understand about Fort Dix. There are no traditional prison cells. The entire facility operates on open dormitories, housing retrofitted from old military barracks back in 1992. Some units house 12 inmates, 6 bunk beds crammed into small dorms. Then there are the larger open bay dorms holding 100 men at once. Think about that. 100 men trying to exist in one space. According to publicist Judah and Jelmir, Diddy's sharing a room with 8 other inmates, not getting special treatment, and living among the general population. The man who once had personal assistants to fetch water bottles, now waiting in line for a toilet. 5 a.m. every single day. Fluorescent lights flood the dorms. There's no sleeping in, no exceptions. Inmates scramble to get ready. Line up for head count. The regimented schedule begins whether you're ready or not. By 6 a.m., it's breakfast, mass reduced institutional food. Nothing remotely close to his former lifestyle. No personal chef, no catering. Standing in line with everyone else and eating what's served. Complaints are not accepted, and most of the time not even considered. Then comes a work assignment everyone's been talking about, the laundry facility and the chapel library position. In the clip obtained by TMZ, the disgraced rapper could be seen taking off his blue jacket and scarf while chatting with another inmate at the prison's media library in the chapel. Combs was reportedly getting ready to begin his work shift, which consists of giving movies and religious materials to other inmates. TMZ obtained footage of this reality. Diddy sorting uniforms for inmates, washing linens and sheets, operating industrial dryers with mass loads of garments daily. Federal inmates are required to work. Period. The irony isn't lost on anyone who remembers the designer brands, the 1,000 outfits. Someone online put it perfectly. Diddy once paid people to wash his sneakers. Now he's scrubbing floors for free. CBS News also revealed his second assignment at the chapel library, distributing movies to inmates and handling religious materials, which is considered to be one of the more desirable jobs at Fort Dix. Quieter than laundry, definitely quieter than kitchen duty. It came with actual perks. Access to a private air-conditioned office. His publicist called it warm and respectful and rewarding. Said he works in the chapel library. They tried making it sound almost pleasant. The reality, he's just doing what he's told, just like everyone else. No choices and no control. Work assignments stretched to 400 p.m. Multiple head counts throughout the day. Officers are constantly verifying everyone's present, which can happen 5 to 6 times daily. This means constant interruptions to whatever they're doing. a routine that'll surely exhaust anyone eventually. Evening brings limited recreation time, access to the prison yard, basketball courts if you want them, a track for walking or running, TV room with basic channels and no internet access whatsoever, phone calls heavily monitored, every word potentially recorded. And about those phone calls, CBS News reported Diddy violated prison rules making a three-way call on November 3rd. They claimed he was having a conversation with his legal team about issuing a statement to the New York Times. That phone call got him 90 days without phone and commissary privileges. His publicist tried clarifying everything and said the call wasn't initiated by Sean, insisting it was initiated by his lawyers and is protected by attorney-client confidentiality. But here's what's interesting. On November 12th, his release date got pushed back by a month from May 8th, 2028 to June 4th, 2028. No reason given as of press time. Meals come 3 times daily in the prison's dining hall. Former inmates say they often get expired food. Nothing gourmet, nothing fresh, and no special dietary accommodations unless medically necessary. They say you'll learn to appreciate anything that doesn't taste like cardboard. There are commissary privileges at least. Purchase additional items, snacks, hygiene products, clothing, limited selection, and the prices are marked up significantly. Their money comes from an outside account. $320 monthly spending limit. Rationing becomes necessary real quick. At 1,000 p.m., mandatory lights out. The dorm settles down somewhat. 100 men try to sleep in those open bay dorms. Snoring, talking, noise, never truly quiet, never peaceful. And tomorrow starts at 5 a.m. Again. Remember that publicists calling it warm and respectful? Well, former inmates tell a completely different story. One inmate who spent 17 months there between 2019 and 2020 told reporters something chilling. I was there a day and a half. This is not a jail. This is an insane asylum. And he agreed it was a zoo. Joe Judick from Real Housewives of New Jersey spent 41 months at Fort Dix. He told reporters Combs' fate depends on how he carries himself. As long as he keeps a low profile and doesn't try to act like a big shot, he'll be fine. Then added this gem. I've seen people get stabbed over an onion. You ain't in there with the most stable people. They said the federal prison is low security. But Diddy's longtime lawyer, Mark Garagos, previously told Harvey on Two Angry Men podcast that Diddy will have a target on his back wherever he ends up. Judique also witnessed activities in the early morning hours that guards apparently just ignore. Said he'd get up at 3 o'clock or 4 a.m. to use the bathroom and see the craziest things. People you'd never imagine. Guards hear the showers going at night and look the other way. Another former inmate described conditions that contradict any positive spin. There's one bathroom per floor with toilets and showers, and everything is broken. A lot of food is expired. It's horrible. They don't care. But here's where it gets interesting. The things money can still buy. Judick revealed inmates can pay for special services. Shoes shine, security, clothes tailored, chefs making food. That's just how it is, he said. Still so far from the life he lived outside those prison walls. His empire completely gone. Visits are sacred but heavily policed. According to Tyler King, a former inmate and prison reform advocate, you get one hug at the start, one at the end. Everything in between must be proper. Handhold too long, and your visit ends immediately. His 7 kids have remained in his corner, posting birthday tributes on social media. Whether they visited Fort Dix yet remains unclear. The holidays present their own challenges. King explained that a special meal might come, or it might not. This year's Thanksgiving menu at Fort Dix offered deli meats or peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Christmas lunch included baked Cornish hen, mashed potatoes and fruit, or a holiday dessert. Nothing like the lavish celebrations he once threw. His family remained supportive. His 7 kids posted birthday messages when he turned 56 in early November. "We love you. We miss you," Quincy wrote. "Happy birthday to the best dad ever," his twin daughters added. But they weren't there and the world kept moving without him. His release date currently sits at June 4th, 2028. That's potentially 22 to 24 months with time off for good behavior. possibly minus another 6 months in a halfway house. His lawyers filed an expedited appeal in November with arguments scheduled for April 2026. Diddy has the best appellate team. Sources say he's in solid hands. But right now, none of that changes reality. Every morning at 5 a.m., the lights come on. Every day, he reports to work. Every night, he returns to that bunk in a room full of strangers. The man who once had everything now has a prison number and a release date that feels impossibly far away. But routines and schedules only tell part of the story. To understand what Fort Dix is really like, you have to hear from someone who lived it right alongside him. December 23rd, 2 days before Christmas, Sebastian Teller walked out of FCI Fort Dix, a free man. His kids were waiting. The relief was immense. But what everyone really wanted to know about wasn't his release. It was his cellmate, the most famous inmate in federal custody, Sean Diddy Combs. Hours after getting out, Telfair sat down with TMZ for his first interview, and he didn't hold back. For Teller, the former NBA lottery pick who played 10 years in the league, prison represented a dramatic fall. From NBA arenas to a prison dorm, from private planes of 5 a.m., wake-up calls, from courtside seats to concrete yards. It was rough. He admitted that openly. But then he thought about Diddy. I couldn't imagine how Diddy felt. Telfair said from penthouses to prison cells, from private jets to prison buses, from bad boy records to federal custody. Still, according to Telfair, Diddy hasn't fallen apart. Judge Aaron said he wouldn't recommend Fort Dix, but he would recommend a Northeast facility. The only problem was, why did he get sent by Fort Dix? It's not because he did anything special. It's not because they took pity on him. It's because he had a shorter sentence. That wasn't just empty talk. Teller had seen it firsthand. He'd been living in the same facility, walking the same yards, eating the same meals. He watched Diddy navigate a world that strips away every advantage fame and money provide. And what he saw was someone maintaining composure, following the rules, staying disciplined. Where he's at, they're going to help him. Teller added, referencing Fort Dix's RDAP program, the drug treatment initiative that could potentially reduce Diddy's sentence. Telfair wasn't being judgmental. He was being honest. Everyone saw the lifestyle, the parties, the excess, the freak-offs that became central to prosecution's case. The drugs, the control, the manipulation. Now in prison, that life had stopped completely. And maybe Telfair suggested that forced pause was exactly what Diddy needed. This is what kills me about the prison system. They know 'cause these people. If you're doing life in jail, you got life, man. Prison viewed as a forced reflection. Time to evaluate. Time to heal. A perspective you don't hear often, but one that made sense coming from someone who just lived it. I couldn't imagine how Diddy felt. But Diddy's holding it down. He's doing what he's got to do. Diddy was living a rock star life. So, I'm glad he's going to get the time to just relax. Diddy's in good spirits. He's still Diddy. That statement did still carry weight, not because it excused anything, but because it revealed something about identity behind bars. Prison doesn't change who you fundamentally are. It tests you. It strips away the facade, but the core remains. Teller said Diddy's in good spirits. Not broken, not depressed, not falling apart. Still carrying that confidence that made him a mogul in the first place. Just now in olive prison greens instead of designer suits. These first photos of Diddy at the Fort Dix Federal Correctional Institution in South Jersey surfaced on TMZ over the weekend. In one, Diddy is smiling in his gray cap, looking happy and relaxed. This was not a image people expected, not the broken mogul tabloids want to portray, just a man adjusting to a new reality, finding routine, finding structure, finding humanity in an unexpected place. Teller mentioned meeting good people inside, not just Diddy, but others, men from all walks of life, all with stories, all serving time. The prison community formed bonds that wouldn't exist anywhere else. The contrast between their experiences was striking. Teller received early release December 23rd, when he expected December 26th, a genuine Christmas miracle for his family. But did he? He'll likely serve his full term. Different charges, different outcomes, yet the same daily experience, same food, same dorms, same 5 a.m. wake-ups. Fort Dix isn't the MDC Brooklyn where Diddy started. That was maximum security, dangerous, isolating. Fort Dix is minimum security, more freedom, better programs. The location chosen specifically by Diddy's legal team for its rehabilitation opportunities and proximity to family for visitation. Federal judge this afternoon has approved their appeal of the verdict to be heard as early as next spring. They want both charges dropped, claiming the law was mistakenly applied to his case. The RDAP program TELR reference could be game-changing. Federal drug treatment programs can reduce sentences by up to 12 months. For someone facing 50 months, that reduction matters significantly. Telleray's own journey to Fort Dix came through violation of supervised release. After pleading guilty in 2023 to healthcare fraud, he walked to probation, 3 years supervised release, community service requirements, regular check-ins. But he didn't complete the community service, didn't report consistently, small violations that added up. August 2024, the judge sent him back. 6 months at Fort Dix, supposed release in February 2025, but he got out early. Good behavior. Were you aware that you were going to come home 2 days before Christmas? No. I thought I was going to come home 2 days after Christmas. Okay. And then, God always doing what you do for me. So that healthcare fraud case was massive. 18 former NBA,